It's a little past noon when we're dealt Jack 10 of hearts in the cutoff. The hijack raises to 150. Calling or 3-betting are both on the table. I call to see a flop in position. Tournament superstar Adam Hendricks is at the table in the big blind. He's regularly ranked in the top 10 or 20 in the world as a tournament player, but he's not as familiar with cash game strategy. He calls to defend. 3 of us are seeing the flop. It comes ace queen 7 with 2 hearts. We've got a royal flush draw. It checks to us. We're not going to have pocket aces, pocket queens, or ace king type of hands when we only flat the pre-flop raise, so we don't really want to be firing into 2 opponents with a capped range, even though our hand's quite strong. I mostly want to see if I can drill the royal flush anyway. I check to see the turn. The dealer puts out the 8 of hearts, giving us the second nuts and an open-ended straight flush draw. The big blind checks. The hijack bets 500. I consider slow playing and calling to again see if we can hit a royal flush or straight flush while we trap our opponent. Our hand is so strong though, we want to try to pump money into the pot and perhaps stack the cutoff. I raised to 1400. Adam isn't immediately folding in the big blind. Does he possibly have a flush or other strong hand that he can pay us off with? He has the ability to play very aggressively. It might get him into trouble here. Eventually, he gets his wild urges under control and he folds. The cutoff isn't quick to let go of his cards. I think our check back on the flop may have put some doubt into the cutoff's mind that we actually have a flush. He's already been caught bluffing me today and he doesn't want to get into any more trouble. He folds too. We win, but I still want to see if we can hit a straight flush or royal.
Can we see the river, please? Straight flush.
Wow. You knew it was coming, huh? That's why you asked for it?
Yeah. How sick. I had king of hearts 10. That's
See the king?
Next we look down at ace queen suited under the gun +1. I raised to 125. We're not in a particularly great game. There's only one recreational player at the table. He calls in the hijack. We're heads up out of position against him. The flop comes queen queen 6 rainbow. We've got trips and nothing to worry about. I check to set the trap for the in position player. He likes to take stabs as bluffs. He comes through for us in this instance with a bet of 150. If he happens to have trips, we might be able to stack him by check raising and building up the pot from the start. It's just too unlikely that he has the case queen. I call to keep the opponent's bluffs in. The turn is the jack of hearts. It's not a great turn because queen jack now takes the lead against us, which is the type of hand that the hijack might have called our bet with pre-flop and then bet for value with on the flop. If he has some other small or medium pocket pair, he won't like seeing another overcard come out either, so it could be tougher for us to make additional money when we're ahead with our trips. I check. The hijack quickly goes with a check back. It's now incredibly unlikely that we're beat. There's a better chance that the hijack's drawing dead. The river is the queen of hearts giving us quad quiggities. We already would have hit a straight flush on the river not long ago. Now we drill another monster hand. It's going to be tough to get paid in this spot knowing that we have everything and the opponent checks back turn. The one thing we have going for us is that I doubt the hijack will put us on quads. I make nearly a pot-sized bet of 600 to go for value. There's no hasty decision from the hijack. He's going to take his time on this one. The opponent told me earlier that he watches the vlog. A call here would all but guarantee that he's going to make the video. After about 30 seconds, the opponent calls.
Quads.
Wow. Turn the camera over.
Come on.
Look at that stupid smile on his face, too. He has a little smirk. You should listen to one of these, you know. They make quads and a straight flush.
Guess I made it.
And he had some idiot bluff into it.
It's been a great day.
It's time for another bomb pot. We've got ace jack offsuit middle position as we go 7 ways to the flop. It comes 6-6-6. Under the gun makes a small bet of 200. She could be trying to steal it, knowing that it's not very likely someone's going to be holding a 6. She could have a pocket pair that she's betting for value with that we'll have a good amount of equity against, especially in this instance when we're getting 8-1 on a call. It's too soon to fold our ace high for such a small bet when we might have the best hand. I call. If we don't improve and face more aggression on future streets, we'll reevaluate how we want to proceed. Everyone's concerned after seeing the early position bet and my call. It's down to heads up. The turn is the jack of diamonds giving us a full house. This is even better than hitting an ace because it's tougher for the opponent to envision us drilling a pair on the turn. Under the gun doesn't seem all that concerned though. She bets 400. There's another small sizing. We want to keep in her bluffs and any hand that's drawing dead to an out or two. If she happens to have a 6 that she's milking me with, we don't want to inflate the pot. I call to keep things manageable and ensure that we'll see the river. The dealer puts out the deuce of hearts. I love seeing that card because it changes nothing. Evidently, the opponent doesn't mind seeing the deuce either. She blasts away for 1800 after betting 200 and 400 previously. She's not worried at all that I may have a 6. Usually when that's the case, it's because the opponent has one. Maybe she flopped quads. The way she's played it is consistent with that story. She could also have a high pocket pair like aces, kings, or queens that are all beating us. Our sneaky boat is downgraded mostly into a bluff catcher. It's just too good of a hand to let go of. Even though I'm not feeling great about it, I call. The opponent reveals that she has pocket nines and was going big for thin value on the river. We get the victory. Under the gun, probably should have gone bigger on the flop because it's important to get players out when your hand's vulnerable to high cards coming out on the turn or river. We get a beautiful run out to pretty much win the maximum. We're up 12,000 on the day. Next we've got King Jack of clubs in the small blind. Under the gun raises to 150. This is the same guy that we made quads against earlier. He's the only non-pro in the game, and I've seen him get squirrely with bluffs, particularly in hands against Adam Hendricks. I call to see a flop. If the opponent opened from later position, maybe I would have 3-bet, but when he's first to act, we're going to play our suited Broadway cards more conservatively, although I did see the same player previously raise hands like 9-5 suited from early position. We're heads up, the flop comes Jack 8 deuce rainbow. We've got top pair with a good kicker. I check. The opponent is a C-bet master. He goes to his stack and bets 250. I strongly consider check raising, but this opponent might continue firing away with nothing if I give him some rope. I call to see the turn. The dealer puts out the jack of spades, giving us trips. Our hand is well concealed. I check again. It's very unlikely under the gun is going to have trips or better. He's going to rep a strong hand anyway. He bets 475. There's almost no way that he has us beat. It feels like he's blasting away with a queen 10 type of hand. When we've got it all, it's tough to imagine our opponent making this bet for value, so we really don't want to scare him off with a raise. I call to continue playing possum. The river is the queen of spades. If the opponent has queen 10 or queen 9, he'll be happy to get the showdown, and he'll likely check back if we check. I don't want to give him the opportunity to do that. I lead for 800 instead. If the opponent paired his queen, he'll feel obligated to call and get the showdown. Even if the opponent took the lead on us, drilling a straight with 10-9, I don't think that he'll want to reopen the pot with a raise after we bet, so he'll call in that instance too. Under the gun isn't going to call. He raises to 31-25. I didn't see that coming. There really aren't many combos that he play this way that make sense. I'm regretting my river lead. I discounted him raising with a straight, so he's mostly just representing a full house. We have removal to full house combos. I've already seen this dude make some other wacky bluffs. I don't think that he would have bet turn with pocket queens when the jack pairs, so I mostly rule out him having queens full. There aren't any combos of jack 8 suited that he could have. He's basically representing pocket 8s, pocket deuces, or one of 3 combos of queen jack. He's technically not even supposed to have queen jack offsuit when he opens from early position, so he should only have the one suited combo of queen jack of hearts. It's a frustrating spot to potentially have to fold trips when there's not much I'm losing to that the opponent could have.
Yeah, queen jack, exactly. Call.
Call that bet.
Nice. How much is it?
31-25.
We get rivered and lose a huge chunk to our Aussie opponent. I love Aussies, so it doesn't hurt that badly, but it was such a smooth day for us before this hand. If we won, we'd be absolutely crushing. This brings our profit down to about 6,000. I can tell I'm on edge, seeing this pot go the other direction. I don't want to implode and give away the rest of our profit after being up a lot almost the entire session, but I'm not leaving either. It's been a long day. It's time to rack up.